tech fans! Now, welcome back to daddygeek.com. Now, today I'll be looking at this, the Logitech Harmony remote. Now, I don't know what it's like in your house, but I have remotes for the Apple TV, the regular TV, the Xbox 360, the Xbox One, the million other games consoles, and everything. I just have hordes of remote controls everywhere. So when I heard about this little bad boy, I had to check it out because this was the end of all my remotes. So without further ado, here is my review of the Logitech Harmony remote. From the latest consoles to thermostats that learn your routine, I have embraced the technological future and I drag my wife kicking and screaming into the 21st century. Some tech, however, somehow manages to slip the net and I managed to get her seal of approval. The iPad was a huge hit and now it barely leaves her side. And she has admitted that since getting Apple TV and Netflix, we rarely watch scheduled TV, ever. Plus, having TV on demand was very useful when having small babies to care for in the night. But with TV, games consoles, BT Vision, Apple TV and a stereo, there's a lot of remote controls building up in the living room. One of my biggest gripes with the Xbox One originally was the lack of a remote control. It touted itself as an entertainment system that would take care of all the music, movies, games and apps all in one place. Many love this idea, but having a game controller and a voice control to swap between put a lot of people off. But after about 5 months, they finally released a remote, which is great news. However, it's yet another remote to add to my collection. But then I discovered the Harmony Touch. During my search for a remote control that worked with the Xbox One, I kept coming across this Harmony, which despite its price was getting positive reviews all round. It boasted control over 15 different devices, had a touchscreen and a fully programmable interface to add your favourite channels or commands to. It really was one remote to control them all. The sticking point was the cost. £150 or $250 is a lot of money for any tech, but to spend it on a remote was going to be hard to get past the boss. After weeks of tossing and turning, I decided it was better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission, and once it arrived, I had to sell the benefits quickly. The benefits include the fact that it controls everything, it has quick launch buttons for all our favourite channels, it's fully rechargeable so it doesn't need batteries like all the other remotes, and it will work with all future TVs and future tech as well. When it was finally in my hand, I could also feel the benefits as well. The design is sleek and stylish, and it feels solid and well made. The touchscreen is surrounded by about 25 different buttons which work well. However, given the choice, I would have the play, rewind and forward near the bottom and not near the top, as it would feel more natural. The back is ergonomically designed to fit the palm of your hand, as well as being rough for that extra grip. It's only a small feature, but it's a really nice touch. The remote comes with its own charging dock and USB cable, one for simple charging and the other for updating and syncing. Setup of the remote was a mixed experience. Getting Silverlight up and running on my Mac was a slower setup than installing normal programs. And once it was up and running, it hung a few times. After searching online, I did find a fix, and after rebooting the remote, it worked like a charm. When it was all ready to go, I have to say that I was a little skeptical about it working, but to its credit, it actually worked. Tapping the Watch TV button flips it to the BT Vision, and if the TV is off, it powers it on. Tapping Play Games boots up the Xbox, and Watch Apple TV does just that. When using it to control the Xbox, the touchscreen display actually changes to a colour-coded ABXY display that mirrors the controller, which is a fantastic surprise. Even though there are a number of physical buttons on there as well, the touchscreen can be used for different gestures, which allow the user to play, pause, fast forward and rewind. Overall, the Harmony Touch is a well-crafted and well-realised universal remote control. The app-like interface is a great feature, and once set up correctly, it works amazingly. There's a few niggles when setting up, of course, and there is that cost. But once you are done troubleshooting, you'll find this really is one remote to rule them all.